Yeah, I think early on here, right, of course, you don't want to give a lot of time away on P1. The big thing, of course, is those P2 spawns, as it is on a lot of maps. So, you know, I think you're making sure you lock down those P2 spawns early on for P2 control is absolutely everything. European Call of Duty Mobile is a little bit more chaotic, generally speaking, but that is the idea. And currently it is Animus spawning on the right side of the map for that. They're also now in control, but those 3 calls coming through from Exclusive, now they're going to start to fly across the map.
Exclusive finding the kills. Spawn's still going to help Animus out, but the way that Exclusive are shooting, they may well just punch through. Says I'm just trying to survive. Okay, if they can't get the spawns, they'll at least pick up the time. 30 seconds going to go their way. Gothilla will be able to find a couple of freebies. As he locks down a couple of seconds of scrap, but it's a nice start for Exclusive. Animus will not be too concerned just yet. Rotation over towards P2 looking good for them.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? You get a player towards the back of the map, you can lock this hard point down. Just make sure that nobody gets in through the front. That's the main thing. That's the play right now for Animus, but Exclusive, they're starting to get kills already.
Finding a way through. Says and Co will shut it down. Says had such a good map on this one in particular yesterday up against Exclusive and finds a couple of big kills there. Investment starting to come through already for the Gothilla. We know how efficient he can be with this War Machine. He is going to find at least one, but Champion Co starting to find a little bit more luck. They find a way through, but 30 seconds still to play here. Over towards P2. It's a massive break for Exclusive. Investment comes through. 30 seconds to play for. That's everything they could have wanted.
Yeah, worth saying they are going to at least read the spawn through the front. Kind of surprised that the spawns did flip in that way, but Animus now spawning out on the other side of the map for the back 15. Exclusive still vying for this time. One last little wrap coming through from Shark as he finds 2 kills. Will get traded out. Says right back at it. Problem is with that exchange of gunfights though for Exclusive, letting Animus back in towards the time, is now they are spawning towards the back, so they are in Narnia as far as rotation towards the next hard point is concerned. On the whole though, I'm happy with that if I'm Exclusive.
Yeah, it's not a bad return realistically, is it? He kind of goes split on that one. Considering the rotation of spawn wasn't there, you would take that over towards P3 as well. Because right now it's Animus in control. VS starting to find something on the outside. Can they find a breakthrough? Neil can't line anything up. Or can he? Yes, he does. He finds Sawu. But all of a sudden says Death Machine is out. They're trying to farm their way off the outside. Animus trying to keep things at bay, but Spy can find 2 of his own. Gets around the flank. He'll have the 3rd. Spawning over towards the back is Animus, but Exclusive inside of the point.
Hey, go on, player spawning out towards the front of the point, though. Shark could do some serious damage here. Backing towards the time. Shark, oh god, runs through everybody and their nans. Animus now backing towards the time. They've got the back spawn control and even trying to create some space through the middle of the map. The attempt to get the EMP is going to be denied. That would have been nice to have as you go in towards the next hard point, but now you're going to have to settle for a 50-50 on said scrap time. Exclusive should be able to grab that time. Animus, now the first minute touch, everybody knew you've got one op in the back pocket and Sauer's immediately going to bring it out.
Oh, those poor French nanas getting farmed away by Shark. It's a hell of a way to go, but again, it's kind of going to go 50-50 between Animus and Exclusive there. If anything, maybe the gap is closed ever so slightly in Animus's favor. Exclusive now over towards P4. Big gunfights coming through. Says I could do with finding something here. He's going to line up Sour, but the kill's starting to go the way of Exclusive. 45 seconds to play for here. A little bit of control, but it's not necessarily the easiest one to hold. They need to push out both sides. Easier said than done.
That's just so chaotic here on the water hardpoint. Narx is going to bring that Sparrow to the gunfight as well. Good for a couple of kills. Animus have broken through. Exclusive failing to regenerate their forces to stop Animus even touching the time. And now they've lost full control. This is a good opportunity for Animus to absolutely farm for Exclusive.
Trying to find something. Need to get themselves back into this game. It's still a tight one. Neither team's been able to necessarily find a good lead. This 14 seconds that does remain over towards P4. Would be enough for Animus to get themselves into a lead, but a slender one at that. Champy will shut that idea down almost immediately. So we're trying to find something, not going to be able to. We go to another rotation, and there is literally nothing between these two teams. It's a 5-point game in Exclusive's favor. Animus have managed to find the P2 rotations though, so in a good spot, but they need to stop Exclusive being as successful as they were over towards P1 in the previous rotation. They found plenty.
For what it's worth, this is pretty much classic Combine right now. 10-point difference between the two teams right now, and well, I don't know if that's going to grow as Exclusive do currently have P1 control. They want to try and flip out for P2 spawns. That is exactly what they're going to try and do. Tempest creates a little bit of space, gets Neil in towards P2 itself, and Animus are going to have to waste resources making sure that Neil doesn't flip said spawns out. In doing so, they're giving away a lot of time on P1 right now. Exclusive are getting a ton of time on P1. They need to get through.
And they eventually do get in there to Animus. And I wonder if it was just a case of really not wanting to give the spawns up. Well, they have to be careful not to do that now because the pressure's starting to come in from Rob Exclusive. They find a couple of gunfights through the middle of the map. Shock finding plenty himself. But again, yeah, Exclusive have had some decent time here. Okay, they might not have the spawns for P2, but you get yourself 30, 40 seconds. You take that risk all day long.
It is easy to get pushed back through. Caesar gets shut down. Shark, that's a huge shutdown, and Aonos can fight this one from the back here, Ton. They're getting the gunfights.
It looked like a potential break could come through, but Nox will shut down the push from the outside as well. Champy will eventually find him, so a little bit of pressure coming in from that side. If they're inside of the point with the war machine, it's just so difficult to get past him. There was a momentary scare there for Animus, but 40 seconds to go over towards P2. They're still in control.
Spy trying to flip the spawns out. Not going to happen there. So back spawn still locked in for Animus. I said it again, though. You can hold them from the front if you successfully manage to get through. But right now, you've got players like Sao going crazy. Veer, there's no trophy to stop him. Veer running through everybody. Finally going to get shut down. Now Spy going to invest as well. This is a big 20 seconds to get. You get this time. You keep Animus towards the back line, but the death is going to go down. Now you've got to do it just with your gunny.
Yeah, they had to find a way through, and when they have done, they managed to hold. 10 seconds to go. Exclusive trying to get something going here. Shock is going to find a way through the smoke to maybe find a route in. Rotation starting to come through as well. 3 seconds to play for. Not really important now, but you can see somebody has made a move. It was Nox out the respawn. All the way down the outer side of the map, but it's Neil inside of the point. Nox will be dealt with. One other player who is on his way is going to be Says. Spawns towards the backside for Exclusive. A decent lead for them now off the back of a really good hold at P1. A good break at P2. And now P3 is beckoning. 50 seconds still to play for here. Exclusive in full control.
Just feels
never mind.
Entire lead has not really changed that much the entire game so far. This is an opportunity for Animus to do that by holding Exclusive towards the back of this hill. Stun kill coming through from Says here. They're getting the better of Exclusive for the moment.
Yes, Exclusive needed to find the gunfights and do. 3 of them go their way, spawn over towards the back for Animus, though they could potentially find a brick to spawn over towards the back for Exclusive alongside of it. It's absolute chaos. Who comes out? Who revels in it? Right now, it's Exclusive. Cesar cannot find any more saves. Shark doing so well, but that lead for Exclusive now finding its way over towards 55 points. They're in a good spot.
Yeah, and again, you talk about the rotation towards the next hard point, right? This is the moment where Animus really start to fall out of this game here, Tom, because they're spawning towards the back. They're going to continue to get that spawn. Nothing that Exclusive do is going to change that. And you can watch the next with your ops. Gafilla, if he brings his out of play, they're going to have a struggle to get into this hard point.
A couple of good kills coming through on the transition.
Wait, what?
Samuel will somehow find a way through. He only finds the one, will eventually get shut down. But Exclusive in a good spot to find some time here. Veer going to have to hold it down from this side. Coming in from a couple of different angles is Animus, but right now Exclusive inside the point, losing a couple of gunfights, need to start winning them.
Yeah, Caesar has to get some more value out of the Sparrow. So does Veer, really, with the War Machine. And now it is just going to be the latter of those two ops. These sides need to be watched. You need to see some heroic plays coming out of the individual players. They have to get every single gunfight. Exclusive really starting to bring the hurt down now on Animus. Everything out to play. And why wouldn't you? This is the money hard point.
The death machine was out from Says and he gets picked by Neil. He was holding in the corner. You will find it. You'll find another in Shock. This is a brilliant hold from Exclusive. 15 seconds remaining here over towards the latter stages of the second rotation. And Exclusive are running away with it again. 3 operators up and running. Animus can get nowhere near them.
Spy just going to bring out the death machine. That might well be the hill that's made the difference here in this game. I think for the most part, Animus have been good at taking time away from Exclusive here in this game. That was the first time where it felt like definitively that was Exclusive's ground to hold, and Animus didn't even really get a look at it outside of Sao's initial approach towards the hard point. Now we go back towards the time. Exclusive, they are 18 points away from victory. Animus need to fight for every single shred of P1 control they can get.
Animus did not have the spawns for P2, but a bit of a split comes through, so they will have them. They need to stop Exclusive getting good time over towards P1. They need to stop them just getting 18 seconds. One good wave of gunfights for Exclusive may well do it, but Sour will take things into his own hands. It's 3 with the Tempest as he starts to get aggressive. Spy can find one on the other side. Can he find much else? Only the 2. Trying to find a way through if you're Exclusive. Into the point they go. That's a big wave of gunfights. They are 14 seconds away.
Exclusive, just one more wave of gunfights. Animus, can you get to the time? You've got to stop him. You've got to go for the contest. Shark gonna do it. Gets shut down. Veer just watching, making sure nobody even gets close to the hard point. Sao provides something. It's not enough. Narcs with a touch. That's not enough either. Exclusive walk away with a dominant map victory. The most dominant we've seen this entire series.
Incredible work from Exclusive. Combine goes their way. Just unrelenting, relentless play. Consistently chaotic and working out for Exclusive. They retake the lead in this grand final. They are one map away from sending themselves to Katowice.